We are live, so let me share my screen.
All right, all right.
Okay. Champion parents, welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't see it. Oh, there you go. Okay,
It's
shit.
there.
No, I'm talking about this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay. I got
go
it.
ahead.
Hello, champion parents, and welcome to Parenting in Rhythm, formerly known as Mommy Talk. The goal of Parenting in Rhythm is to uplift, inform, and engage both mothers and fathers by providing information and resources to inspire positive parental engagement. Take the time to share with your friends and family that Parenting in Rhythm is on Facebook Live now. The show airs live every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Feel free to engage by asking questions or sharing your thoughts. Keep it tasteful. Now it's time to Parents in Rhythm with your hosts, Dr. Perk, Miss Lisa, and Miss April.
Well, we can stop that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening, champion parents. Um, Gallery view. That's good. Now we can see all of us. I was changing the perspective. So make sure we can see all of our beautiful faces. Hello, champion parents, and welcome to Parenting and Rhythm. Parenting and Rhythm is a community based movement built around conversations, shared resources, and empowerment based on our research and experience. It is evident that knowledge, support, and parenting skills will empower and help to decrease feelings of inadequacy and many other negative feelings adopted when parents feel overwhelmed. We are all in this together. And so come talk to us, chime in on the live, and invite someone special, anyone special. So feel free to share and tag parents. We have a powerful show scheduled today. But first, what is a champion parent? A champion parent has a winning attitude, regardless of the situation. Parenting styles, of course, differ from household to household, but a true champion parent trusts and believes in their own efforts. A champion parent knows and understands that parenting isn't easy, but it can and will be rewarding. Did you know that children need or require repetition in order to learn effectively? This also goes for giving children instructions and directives. We have all heard of how many times do I have to say it? The answer is many. Hang in there, parents, and try not to feel disrespected when your children seem to ignore or be dismissive. So we understand repetitions and being repetitive is important. So today we have our special guest, Miss Lakia Lumpkins. Lakia comes from a long line of educators. She serves students of all ages, first grade teacher, elementary, middle, and community college counselor. Lakia is a lifelong Detroiter with a bachelor's in elementary education from Eastern Michigan University and a master's in counseling from Oakland University. Working 22 plus years with Detroit Public Schools, she's experienced firsthand disparities in education. In 2017, American Federation of Teachers with Lakia created a mini documentary sparking national and international outrage. The catalyst caused Ellen DeGeneres to donate over 500,000 to Spain Elementary School. Lakia has served on many coalition school boards and city council candidate screenings and has been featured on media outlets, local, national, and international. Currently, Lakia is the Executive Vice President of Detroit Federation of Teachers and Vice President of the American Federation of Teachers of Michigan. Lakia is an active member of Deliverance Center Outreach Ministry, Rising Sun Grand Chapter, OES, and Delta Sigma Theta Incorporated. Lakia is newly married and mother to 6-year-old Nora. Lakia's favorite quote from Malcolm is, "Education is the passport to the future." Welcome, Lakia, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We
Yeah, this is
appreciate
awesome.
you.
Yeah, thank you for being on the show, Mrs. Lakia. So let's do a fun quiz right quick. What type of parent are you? Are you the disciplinarian? Are you the friend? Are you the fun parent, the nutritionist? Who's the educator?
Okay, I would have to say that I am the fun parent. I'm most definitely educator. I am most definitely the disciplinarian. I am the confidant. If Noah has something that he wants to tell me and he doesn't want Dada to know, he'll tell me, like, don't tell Dada. And if I like make a mistake and start spilling the beans, like he shuts, no, is this just for me and you? So I'm confidant. Both of us are nutritionists. He Dada, my husband always makes sure that he has fruits and vegetables with every meal. And even though he's at work, for most of the time, when he gets home, he's asking, and then I'm annoyed because, of course, I did it right. So, yep. I'm shop, but Dad is the money.
Okay, okay. You say you're the shopper, but the daddy is Dada. Wait a minute, let me get that right. Dada is the ATM
Yes.
machine, huh? Okay,
Yes.
so tell us about yourself. Your resume is very impressive.
Thank you. A little bit about myself. I come from a big family. I am the youngest of 7, and I have 4 brothers and 3 sisters. I come from a long line of educators, lots of teachers in my family. Um, I've been with the district for 23 years. I'm a lifelong Detroiter. Born and raised in Detroit, went to school in Detroit, work and continue to live in Detroit. So I'm a lifelong Detroiter. And just trying to survive this pandemic has been tough on everybody. So
Yeah, it has been tough on everybody, but hey, we're surviving though. You know, everybody give themselves a round of applause because you know we out here surviving. You feel me? So I hear you say that you come from a huge family. So being that you come from a huge family, did you always know that you wanted children?
I always wanted children, absolutely. My mother is a sibship of 3. So those 3 had 13 children between them. So they did a great job, those 3. We were all very, very close. We weren't raised as cousins, even though we live states apart. We were raised, so we all just love kids. I come from being an of kids daughter, so.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. I admire big families. I really do. I really do. So what's a typical day like for you as a mother and, you know, somebody that holds down a job and, you know, your resume, you know, you here, you there?
Fortunate for me, I just have the one. I just have Noah. He's 6. He's at a 7:30 start school, so that's pretty early for us. I get up, I make sure that he gets on to Teams. They have breakfast right there on the computer. So he has his cereal with his friends, still as if, you know, he were in the classroom or in school in the cafeteria. And I tune into him. Although I have really the fortunate to work both. So I but I do work from home. But for the most part, he's someone I can so it's tough both at home because everything he loves is at home. Power Rangers, you name it, Paw Patrol. And so, you know, even though he has an area dedicated to school, he still knows that little Power Ranger, whatever it is in the next room, right? Sometimes it might be and it really is hard to keep him focused and then try to maintain what I'm doing. If I'm dealing with a member, if I'm in negotiations, if I'm in a hearing, answering someone's telephone call, really difficult to do both. But it's necessary at this point in time. It's been a struggle. I have had to step away and cry. I cannot imagine what parents are going through. They have multiple children on multiple times. It's difficult for me. I am in it. So, just a round of applause to all of our one child, multiple children that have really struggled and are making through this online.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, I've said before that you know, a shout out to parents if you're working from home, as well as you know, monitoring your own children working from home. And I thank God for the relationships that I have with my kids' teachers, because you know, I get messages sometimes, and then I'm like a track star, girl. I run. Dion, get in class. Layla, get in class. So, you know, it's good to have that connection. And I do like that we have the access of reaching out to the teachers. To me, it seems like it's a little easier now for parents to reach out to us, although there are a lot of challenges. So let me ask you this. So how do you create balance? How do you create balance within your schedule?
That's been difficult. I think I've suffered in that area just because I'm trying to do both at the same time, maintain him being school online and work, do my regular work during the same time, sometimes in the same space. Sometimes he comes to work with me. Yes. When I feel his level of frustration, mine too, we have to take a break.
Yeah.
And front door and allow him to go out. I'll go out with him. Day ends, even if we haven't done homework, we just go to the park. And I just let him be, because again, this is very, very difficult. And in a school, I don't think it's tough. So to have those moments. And it's hard because the teacher in me, right, wants to keep him focused and structure all day, every day. They can't do it. It's reasonable. So yeah.
Absolutely. And I think it's really good for you know, it kind of troubles me sometimes when I see that certain students they're in class like from sun up to, I mean, you know, basically for the whole day. And I think it's really important that, you know, we allow our kids enough time to, you know, you get the lesson, but they really need to step away, you know, from the computer. Cause I know I go crazy. I cannot, you know, stand it sometimes. So just imagine, you know, we have more discipline, but just imagine, you know, what kids are going through. So I know that you talked about the challenges of, you know, doing the virtual and being supportive, you know, as a champion parent you are, you know, because we figure out ways to make things work. But what do you feel the most challenging as far as being a champion parent? What do you find the most challenging?
Good question. I would say that what I find difficult is my internalization of my parent values and expectations, and then placing onto him. And I find myself sometimes in this weird space where Noah will do something, and in my head I go to my mama, right? Mama would have laid me out for that, right? And I to handle the situation the same way.
Yeah.
But Noah, I can't do that. You know, it's not me.
Yeah.
And so I struggle there because it makes me feel bad, like I'm doing a disservice to my mom, right? But then there are that I'm intentional with, that I make sure that I do like her. And my mother would cook or do whatever even excess, right? And so sometimes people ask, can I have a pancake and waffle and sausage and bacon? And guess what? All of it. Because only a mother would do that. And so I just make sure that those but I try not to put a lot of those judgments onto him, because I'm different from Noah. Noah's different from me. So
yeah. You know, that's always amazing when I kind of reflect back on like my mother and how she did things, because I'm like, my mom, I just remember her saying things and I'm like, okay, no problem. You know, and then you look at your own, you know, and it's like, okay, I know, you know, households are different, you know, even though you were raised by this parent, but it, you know, things change. But I'm like, it's just something about these old school parents, like they were just G's, you know, and I'm just like, if I could be half the parent my mom was, I'd be okay. You know, so yeah, so I'm thinking about, you know, so speaking of how our parents were and how we are, so what traits do you see in Noah that may remind you of yourself? And then what traits do you see in Noah that reminds you of Michael?
Noah, he likes black, and I definitely think that he gets that from me. And Michael says that we're both haters. Whatever.
Right.
So I guess he gets that from me. He has a really good heart, and I'm intentional on working with him on having a really good heart, understanding people, having an emotional intelligence. Sometimes he don't have a boy, and I see that developing. I know he gets that. Now, what he gets from Michael, he wants to laugh like Michael. He wants to watch the same TV shows. Loves Bernie Mac, and Noah has picked right up on it, and he walking around the house talking about Bernie Mac. So he wants to imitate him, and I think that is good.
Yeah. And you know what, can I say this? And Dr. Pert, I know you're waiting to come on back in, but you know, that is something that is so important, for kids to see their parents and to want to mimic them or want to be like them. And, you know, I just think it's so important for parents. I don't care what you do as far as quality time, spend some time with your kids, spend time with your kids. You know, my son and I, and again, like I said, you all know I can be long-winded, but my son and I, we went to Belle Isle and we're throwing rocks. And I'm like, okay, well, let me get the camera. So I've been working with this new phone and it has a slow motion. And I'm like, yeah, let's throw rocks. So I've created TikToks about and all it is we're just throwing rocks in the water. But you look at the video, it looks like, oh, okay. But yeah, so quality time is so much important. And then just being of influence, you know, that's very important. All right, Dr. Pert.
Can I add one more thing?
Yes.
Noah, in developing a good emotional intelligence, he can sense like when there's tension between Michael and I, and we don't argue or anything, really ever. But sometimes Michael makes me angry. And Noah picks up on that, even though he may not have witnessed whatever it was. And Noah, okay, group hug. And he'll make
yeah.
best thing, because I know that Noah needs it, and I know that whatever attitude I've placed up here on my shoulders, I need to knock it off and get over it, right? And so Noah, I'm very proud of him for picking up on it.
Yes, love it.
Yeah,
yes,
absolutely. So what do you do for fun, you know, as a mother, you know, as a human being, an individual, you know, what do you do?
Whatever he likes to do. He likes movies, whether it's on Netflix or at the movies. Because of the pandemic, we haven't quite returned to the movies, but we have done the fan theater. He likes to have a movie night at home. He's recently been playing soccer. And if I get a moment to myself, I like to read. I like to walk, just outdoors, just walk out in nature, and kind of decompress. I love music. I love to sing. I see Noah picking up on music. He has no rhythm yet, but I'm working on it. So those things I like to do for fun, but he's an easy peasy kid. I don't try to keep up with what anybody else is doing because my job is ending and he doesn't know, right? And so I don't get caught up on materialistic things or anything of that nature, trying to keep up with what other parents may be doing. I But I feel comfortable with and what I know is best for him and what my schedule can. So again, he's just playing soccer for the month. We're doing one activity at a time because I can't handle, more than that. I know lots of parents have multiple activities going at one time for their child. I can't do it. And so I just, keep all of that in mind. As long as whatever he asks for is within reason, that's what we.
Yeah.
I
That's
like
the
that.
champion parenting way.
It is. You do what works for you.
That's
So
right.
what are next steps? What are your next steps?
Because we've been at home again, I'm trying to reintroduce him to people other than myself, my husband, and my immediately family members. We created our own bubble, right? Like the NBA got a bubble that they play in. Well, we created our own bubble. So it's just me and a few cousins, and that's it. That's pretty much all he's seen. We have had some Zoom parties with like all of the rest of the family. So soccer was the first introduction to kids in person, outside of the household. We are going to do a little traveling, not far. We're going to drive our own vehicles,
Yeah.
just kind of immerse ourselves so that he can kind of shake off. I noticed that during this time, he has some social anxiety. And so I think that's something we need to remember as parents, and as educators, that our children have been through quite a bit of trauma, being at home, seeing people, having to teach them about COVID and this virus, sanitizer, and schools closing, all of their normalcy, changing their lives. And so we have to be aware of that. So I'm just trying to re-immerse him back in getting outside of the house, around people, around other children, and before school starts. We don't want to wait till the day school starts, before school starts.
Yeah, I can only imagine how it is. I know with myself, and I'm grown, how it is to, at first, we having to social distance and go to the mask and hand sanitizer and gloves. And now we're having to be thrust back into, okay, it's okay now to socialize. So I can only imagine what our children are facing. And it's good that you recognize that it's important, to walk them through the steps gradually, because it's not going to be overnight. Just like it was overnight for us to go into the mask and the Lysol and everything else. It's going to be steps for us to take to go back to return to our, be able to congregate and be around, family and friends.
Look, we sure did think it was going to be overnight. Because last March, I'm looking like, okay, maybe 5-6 weeks. I'm like, wow, I never expected it to be here. Never, ever.
Mrs. Lakia Wilson Lumpkins, do you have any final words and share your followings?
I would have to say, to all parents, you are the expert on the child. You know him or her better than anybody. And just be honest. Be honest with your child's teacher. Be honest with your relatives. don't try to compare yourself to anyone else. Understand your patient and do what's best for your child. My mother taught me that I represent her. And so that is something that I am repeating. Noah definitely is a representative of me. And first in everything that I do. And so if I have to put the job down or whatever it is, he's first. And I hope that other parents hear that and understand that. I know it's been difficult, and we have to do whatever it is possible so that children are successful, because the world is mean in itself, and we just want to equip them with enough that they will be successful when they leave us.
Absolutely. So I have one last question, if I can ask. So are you working on any special projects or anything that you want to share with the viewers? And if so, let us know, and then we can put it in the chat, or even your followings, or, something that parents can follow.
Okay, about 3 things.
Okay, good.
Especially if you are in Detroit, that you follow 482 Forward, which is a group of parents supporting and loving the advocating for our students in the city. So please follow, contact 482 Forward. Again, do what it means. So for Noah, it will be swimming next. We got about 3 more weeks of soccer, and swimming will be next, one activity at a time. I myself, pray for me, because I am a candidate for enrollment into a doctoral program. So I am awaiting admission on that. So only thing I need right now is prayer and some money.
And you got it, both.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's about it.
Okay. Well, Lakia, I have to say I'm so grateful to have you here today. I've been asking, or trying to get around to asking for a while, because I've been hesitant, because you are, you are busy. You're very busy.
CBS tonight at 10.
Wait, say it again.
I interviewed with CBS earlier today, and I believe it's going to be on tonight at 10. I don't know, but I interviewed earlier today with CBS, so I'll be.
Okay. And what was the interview regarding?
Reimagining and returning to school.
Oh, great. Okay.
Of everyone's mind, because we want to come back. People think that we don't want to come back to school. Oh, yeah, no.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We want to come back to school, because this online stuff is hard.
It's for the parents.
Safe. That's the hold up. We want to be.
That's right. So listen, champion viewers, just in case you're confused, just know that teachers want to return to school. And I am one of them who it's more than ready to return to school, because this monitoring myself, I could barely monitor myself. And so let alone trying to monitor my kids while we're all supposed to be on this virtual platform. So so please tune in CBS this evening to watch an interview with Executive Vice President of the Detroit Federation of Teachers, Lakia Wilson Lumpkins. And, we'll get some great information, I'm sure. So again, Lakia, I really want to thank you for coming on. You are such a powerhouse, and I hope you know that. I know that you deal with a lot coming from public, just public entities. And, we all need encouragement from time to time. So continue doing the great job that you are doing. Yep, continue kicking butts. That's union talk. Continue kicking butt, yes. So champion parents, Please
And to
remember. Oh,
April,
say it
thank
again. Oh,
I
you're
was just
welcome.
saying, all of you, April and Christina and Lisa, thank you.
You
Yeah,
are
thank
welcome.
you. We appreciate you.
Yes, please remember, champion parents, that today is always a good day to make positive changes one by one. Never be too hard on yourself. Be sure to allow room for when things don't go as planned. Possibilities are endless for redirecting negative behaviors and nurturing skills for your children. Remember, champion parents, if you are interested in chatting with us, feel free to send us a message or visit our website. Again, feel free. Send us a message, visit the website, www.parentinginrhythm.net. We welcome you and want to know what works for you while successfully raising your children, as it may be a treasure to others. Please email us and continue to check out the website for upcoming shows and events. Visit our Facebook page, join the Facebook group, chat and blog with us. We again like to take the time to tell you, please continue to adhere to the CDC guidelines, practice safe and social distancing. And until next time, thank you.
Thank you.
Peace.
Champion parents, thank you for tuning in to Parenting in Rhythm. We certainly appreciate your support and hope you learn practical parenting information that you can apply to your life. If you are interested in chatting with us and want to share parenting tips, or if there is a specific topic you would like 3R to address on the show, please feel free to contact us by visiting our website. Please visit and check out our other social media platforms to connect with us, and tune in every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Champion parents, until next time, continue to provide and support your children.
Awesome interview. Thank you.